Hey, what's up, Dean? Super Performance. We're down at. We got George Nova. Got the Holly Brawler carb on it. Got it mostly adjusted. We're having an issue with number 4. It's basically dead. But it's got spark at the end of the wire. Pulled the plug. It's pretty oil soaked. So it might just be a fouled plug. I just don't have that old school style of plug. And then we got Daniel's Jeep up on the lift. And I don't even know where to begin. Wednesday, I believe. It's either Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. I got the dipstick tube in, bolted to the transmission. I got all the transmission bolts swapped out to the flange head style. Converter bolts are in. All 4 of those are in. The starter is back in. Slip yoke eliminator's on. I don't even know. But all the sensors are in and all that stuff. But oh wow, I never looked in there. All the sugaring inside the header. That's a BBK header. But anyways, you can see the brand new transmission leaking, and I put a new pan gasket on it, and it's still pouring out, which if you look right there, you can see it's coming from the actual adapter that the rebuild company bolted on. So that's brilliant. So I'll have to pull that. You probably have to goop it or something. I don't know. What else? 4x4 bracket. So we've got the B&M kit now, and the bracket does not fit. You can see that's the bracket, part of the bracket. This is the other half. And if it were together, that's where it would be. Oh, no, sorry. Whoopsies. Basically, that's up against the transmission. You can see there's a big gap. So there's no way it's going to come down here and fit. So that's an issue. And their bracket, like you could see, it's made very differently. You see it comes down on a steep angle, and then it's specifically cut out for that sensor plug, and then it comes under it. So they definitely designed this bracket around this setup, other than the adapter, which you can see up in there. I had to groove that thing out just to get this bracket to go on. But I spent a couple hours today trying to figure that out. I got the shift cable bracket from the eBay listing. No idea if it's right or not. It bolts up, the cable doesn't fit. So I think I have to grind this little lip off right here to get it to go through, and then a clip will go on there, which I kind of broke the clip, but I have another way to do it. So this shift lever is at the dealership. I'm headed now to go and get that. We got it running Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember which day it was. We actually got it to fire up somewhat. Runs like a complete bag of crap. There's absolutely no throttle correlation between the throttle pedal and the throttle body. So you step on the pedal and the throttle body doesn't move. Typically, I know GM, if you key it on, the throttle blade goes, it does a quick action, I think, to test the motors and stuff. I'm not sure why they do it. It's just that's what they do. This one's not even doing that. It'll crank, and then all of a sudden it'll get to a real hard spot in the crank, almost like a hydrolock, but it's not a hydrolock because it's not puking fuel into the motor. So I think it's trying to fire on the inline 6 firing order. It built oil pressure I mean, it ran for 5 seconds maybe after it did that and it kind of started, but it's wrong. So I'm assuming they did not program the ECU to switch it for drive-by-wire, V8, none of that stuff. So I assume that's something we have to do. I went to look at the OBD port. A wire fell out. I plugged my HP tuners into it. There's no power at it, so I don't know if that's I don't know if that's the power wire or not. I have no idea. But so I gotta fix the OBD port, and then I have to trace back every wire to the ECU, and possibly to the transmission, because I'm gonna say that, which I have to look it up. I'm gonna assume with all these wires going in here that this has got to be a computer in the bottom, possibly, but I didn't see it when I opened the pan, so I'm not real sure on if this is like one of the 6Ls from a GM, if the computer is in the valve body, or the TCM, whatever you want to call it, is in the valve body, or if the TCM is up in the ECU. I don't really know, but I've got to get into the ECU and see what's going on there. This is by far the most stressed I've been in a while. I don't know why I'm putting tools away. Trying to get this done. Trying to not overcharge on hours. But it just seems like one step forward is 5 steps backwards. This company refuses to answer the phone. Refuses to call back. I've left 4 voicemails, and I've called 10 times. Not today, over the course of 2 weeks. So I really don't know, but again, huge red flag. Do not even look at this Red Rock off-road company for anything, is my suggestion. Red Rock Off-Road. I would not in any way, shape, or form ever purchase anything from them, suggest anybody to purchase anything from them. I feel like they're not even in business really anymore, but then again, who knows? But yeah, just a nightmare. Even the transmission dipstick cable. Here's the cable. This is for a 2006 Dodge Ram 1500, same as the tube, and the cable's too long. Like a foot too long. So for me personally, I don't know Chrysler, Dodge stuff, but again, too many different style coolant sensors that you could buy. Just all the parts in general. They're either impossible to get, discontinued, or you have to know what you're getting. Like, don't just order a transmission dipstick and tube because it won't come with the rubber. Then you got to go to the dealership, order the rubber. That ends up costing you $30 with shipping for a little rubber grommet that goes in the transmission. A GM uses this. And you can use this one. I believe you can even use it on a Turbo 400. But I know that's an O-ring style. But I believe this will fit in, and the dipstick will fit in tight. It's maybe it's like kind of like an upgrade to it. But this is a 4L60, a 4L80, like, and those are the older ones. You know, I don't know. LSs are easy. Everybody uses them. That's why they're easy. My recommendation. You ever want to do a Jeep with a V8, do an LS. But anywho, that's enough. That's kind of where I'm at. The Nova, I got to make throttle bracket, figure out why number 2 is dead, if it's a compression issue or if it's a valve issue or something like that. There's a lot of blue smoke. The whole shop is smoked out right now, so there's a lot of smoke that comes by, whether it's blow by or I don't think it's blow by because I don't get a lot out of the valve cover, the PCV. So I think it's valve seal or valve stem or something along that line that's causing a lot of that oil, excessive oil on the spark plug. But it kind of is what it is. Small block Chevy, who knows what ever happened to it. Nobody knows the background on this motor, so unfortunate, but we'll get it worked out most of the way. But that's it for this one. I'm going home. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Very, very, I guess, lazy on the videos. That's the only way to describe it. I have just been I've been pulling my hair out trying to figure out all this Jeep stuff, and busy. But anyways, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, safe, fed well. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Appreciate the 1,000 subscribers. We are at that mark. Took a while to get there, but I appreciate everybody. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. See you in the next one.